Have you ever wondered what's really inside the smartphone you hold in your hand every day? It's not just a piece of glass and metal, it's a tiny, complex universe of engineering, geology, and global logistics. Today, we're going to embark on a fascinating journey to uncover the hidden world of smartphone manufacturing, from the raw materials mined from the earth to the final device that connects us to the world. Let's start by rewinding the clock a bit. Remember those old brick phones? They were heavy, clunky, and pretty much only made calls. Then came the flip phones, which were smaller and introduced basic features like texting and maybe a very pixelated camera. The real game changer was the introduction of the modern smartphone. This evolution wasn't just about design, it was a revolution in the components packed inside. From a simple circuit board and a basic screen, we now have devices with powerful processors, high-resolution multi-touch displays, advanced camera systems, and a whole suite of sensors. So, what are the essential parts that make your phone tick? At its heart is the system on a chip, or SoC. Think of this as the phone's brain. It houses the central processing unit, the graphics processing unit, memory, and more, all on one tiny silicon chip. This brain needs to remember things, which is where RAM and storage come in. RAM is the short-term memory for running apps, while storage is the long-term memory for your photos, videos, and files. Of course, you can't interact with your phone without a screen. Modern smartphone displays are marvels of technology, typically using LCD or old technology to produce vibrant colors. Layered on top is a sheet of toughened glass, often made from materials like aluminosilicate glass, which is specially treated to be scratch-resistant and durable. And what powers all this? The battery. Most phones use lithium-ion or lithium polymer batteries, chosen for their ability to store a lot of energy in a small, lightweight package. Then we have the cameras, which have become one of the most important features for many of us. A smartphone camera isn't just one piece, it's a module containing a lens, a sensor, and a processing chip. The sensor captures the light, the lens focuses it, and the processor turns that information into the beautiful photos we share. Don't forget the other bits and pieces, the speakers, the microphones, the vibration motor, the antennas for Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and cellular signals, and the various sensors like the accelerometer and gyroscope that let you play games or use navigation. All these components are mounted on the main circuit board, which acts as the phone's central nervous system, connecting everything together. Now for the really interesting part, where do the raw materials for all these components come from? It's a truly global scavenger hunt. Let's start with the screen. The glass is made primarily from silica, which comes from sand. But to make it tough, manufacturers add elements like potassium and aluminum. The vibrant colors on an old screen are created using organic compounds, but they also require rare earth elements like yttrium and europium, which are primarily mined in China. Next, the brain of the phone, the processor. It's made from silicon, one of the most abundant elements on Earth, found in sand and quartz. But turning raw silicon into a high-performance chip is an incredibly complex process that requires extreme purity and is done in specialized factories called fabs. The battery is another story. The key ingredient is lithium. Over half of the world's lithium reserves are found in the lithium triangle of South America, in countries like Chile, Argentina, and Bolivia. Another critical element for batteries is cobalt, which helps with stability and longevity. A significant portion of the world's cobalt comes from the Democratic Republic of Congo. The casing of your phone, if it's metal, is likely made from aluminum, which is derived from bauxite or mined in places like Australia and Guinea. Let's dig deeper into the tiny but crucial components. The wiring inside your phone is made of copper, a fantastic conductor of electricity, mined all over the world. But what about the really precious stuff? Gold is used in tiny amounts on connectors and wires because it's an excellent conductor and doesn't corrode. It also finds tantalum, used to make tiny, efficient capacitors that store electricity. A major source of tantalum is Central Africa. Tin is used as solder to join components to the circuit board. And then there's tungsten, which is used in the phone's vibration motor. These last three, tin, tantalum, and tungsten along with gold, are sometimes referred to as conflict minerals because their trade has historically been linked to funding conflicts in certain regions. Today, there's a huge push from manufacturers to ensure these materials are sourced responsibly, so we have all these raw materials, which have been mined, refined, and processed into individual components in different factories all over the world. How do they all come together to become the phone in your pocket? This is where the magic of global assembly lines happens. The final assembly of most of the world's smartphones takes place in massive factories, primarily located in Asia, with China being the dominant player for many years. Though countries like Vietnam and India are rapidly growing their manufacturing capacity, the process is a symphony of precision robotics and human skill. It begins with the main circuit board. Automated machines use a technique called surface mount technology to place the tiny components, the processor, memory chips, capacitors, and resistors onto the board with incredible speed and accuracy. The board is then passed through an oven to solder everything into place. Next, larger components are added, often by hand. Workers carefully connect the display, the camera modules, the battery, the speakers, and all the other parts to the main board. They meticulously connect tiny ribbon cables and snap pieces into place. The assembled bits of the phone are then carefully fitted into the chassis or frame. The back cover is attached, and the phone starts to look like a finished product. But it's not done yet. Every single device goes through rigorous testing. Automated systems and workers check everything. Does the screen turn on? Does the touch screen respond correctly? Do the cameras work? Can it make a call? Does the Wi-Fi connect? Any device that fails a test is sent back for repair or is scrapped. Once a phone passes all the quality checks, its software is installed. The operating system and preloaded apps are flashed onto the device's storage. Finally, the phone is cleaned, a protective film is applied to the screen, and is packaged into its box along with its accessories, like the charger and cable. From there, it's shipped to warehouses and retailers around the globe, ready to be picked up by you. So, the next time you send a text, watch a video, or snap a photo, take a moment to appreciate the incredible journey your phone has been on. It's a device born from the Earth itself, containing elements from nearly every continent and assembled through a process that connects minds in Africa and South America to high-tech labs in Asia and design studios in North America and Europe. It is a true testament to human ingenuity and a reminder of how interconnected our world has become. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the making of a smartphone. If you found this interesting, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. What should we explore next? Let me know in the comments below.